Good evening, YouTubers. We've finally arrived back at the house, back at the boat from the house. And the sun's just going down. I love sunsets here, it's pretty cool. Hospital this morning, had to get up early, go for blood tests, the usual sorts of things. Nothing exciting to report. Got some new stuff, medical supplies and things that I need. Then we went to the house and we've been, well, Fiona has been cleaning and there's no major problems at the house.
No, it's all going really well. It's getting better and better every time I clean it at the moment. I'm really relieved because it's going to be really busy the next few weeks, isn't it? Now I'm more planning the boat. I've got these little circular saws coming. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, for the Dremel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be good then for
like
doing little sculpting close-up stuff on the boat.
And I have a plan with the boat.
Yeah, well, you can work on the boat. I keep saying that. People keep thinking I'm not. I'm sick. I'm on the sick.
People say, why do I say it's my boat?
Well, it's her boat. It's our boat, but you know, she does all the work on it. I am genuinely on the sick. I can't work. I haven't got a medical certificate, so I can't do any work until I get my medical back. So I'm stuffed and I can't lift things, so I'm not allowed to.
No, God's sake, don't lift anything.
Oh.
Don't lift anything. We don't want
Anyway,
crises.
enough of my problems. Don't want to hear about my problems. I'm sure we've all got problems out there, haven't we, that we don't need to share with each other. But yeah, finally got back to the boat and the cat was annoyed with us. And Fiona is convinced the cat's got an American southern accent.
No, she talks like Meghan Markle.
Oh, right, okay.
The cat is my Meghan Markle impersonation. The cat's had that accent. I don't know, animals have an accent. When you meet an animal, they've got a personality. That's the way she meows.
They've definitely got personalities,
meow.
yeah.
You know, she's, I want food. She has an American accent, even though she's a Spanish cat.
Yeah, and you're looking at cats and you think to them...
I had a Pekingese who had a Cockney accent once.
Pekingese with a Cockney accent. Do you remember the ants when we had the fuel strike in France and we were stuck in between, I don't know, the south of France somewhere?
I remember that. What ants?
Loads of ants. I said, what did he say to you? And you said, I've got the video somewhere. She went, oh, leave me alone, don't kill me. And she was doing accents for the animals. It was so funny.
I grew up with Johnny Morris.
Johnny Morris. I was just going to mention him. He used to do the voiceovers for the animals. And he'd create a little story. It's a children's programme back in the 60s.
I love animals. I'm really upset about the spider. With this horrible big spider. But I mean, it was a creature of beauty, but it was like a tarantula, and they do bite. They do bite, and Benji has been very unlucky with spider bites, particularly. Well, with my old convertible car, we had the roof off, and there was a spider, a jumping spider on the windscreen, a big one. And I said to Graham, oh, there's a spider on the window. So he put the windscreen wipers on. As the car was moving, it went straight in the back of the car, went down Benji's neck, bit him, and he had, the thing is you get an infection, and then another time he got bitten by a brown recluse on the neck again, other side. Oh, he hates spiders because of it. He had to have days off school. And
well, there was this big throbbing red spider in the tree just above where we sit in the garden. And I said, oh, that's going to drop on someone and bite them, isn't it?
Well, it didn't drop down. It was all legs everywhere. And I love animals. I love them.
We don't normally spray them in the garden. We leave things in that. But
I felt really bad about that.
I think if in doubt, you know.
But they do bite. They're vindictive, actually. I've let loads of them live, and they've bitten people.
If you don't kill them, they'll come back and bite you. Everyone lives really close to a spider. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, there are other spiders. There's one in the bin. I thought it was a peanut or something. I thought, what's that? And I touched it, and I touched it really gently, and it just moved all its little legs. I went, oh, okay. But it was quite harmless. That's inside the house. And I've got another one called Lucas. You know, he's like Lucas the spider. He's really cute. He's been in there for months. And he likes to hide in pillowcases, for God's sake. And I'm
Remember
like,
Itsy and
you
Bitsy?
better,
Did you
yeah,
watch
it was.
it?
He's like that, and I'm like, you better move your ass because there's people in the house. They're gonna kill you. Oh, remember when Faith's snake escaped? We were like, oh my God, we've got to find it before the people come in.
It was gone for months, wasn't it, once? And then we found it, it just come slithering up one day and we thought, gotcha. They can climb up the leg of the table and onto the table.
Benji found it the first time. It was in the dark, gaming, and to put his cup down, and he thought, my cup won't sit right, and it was all curled up in a ball. It must have been in the gaming PC, because Faith used to put it down her jumper, and it would slither around her neck and stuff and keep warm. And she'd be gaming, and then she went, oh shit, it's gone.
Is it gone?
It's gone.
It was only like a garden worm or something?
No, it was
a grass snake or something.
It was a
corn snake.
Corn snake, yes, looked like a little tiny python type markings.
Yeah.
And then the second time it was missing for months, wasn't it? And the cat found it in the garden. She was really gentle with it. She was sniffing it, and I thought, what was she interested in? And lo and behold, there was Noodle.
You'd wonder what they drink, wouldn't you?
Oh well, I don't know how it got outside actually.
Must have slithered out. Anyway, I watched the Bond film today. I found a Bond film on YouTube. Good. It's unusual because it was Spectre. The whole film, Spectre, which was like over 2 hours, and it's available free on. I've never watched it. It's my mate who was in the Marines went and watched it at the time with his missus, and he said it wasn't very good. He said he was quite disappointed in it, and I thought, oh well, so I won't bother going watching it. So I never did. I never bothered watching it, and
it's really good.
I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I liked the settings. I liked the bit when they were on the train before they smashed it to smithereens, and I was actually looking at where he was sitting with the girl.
Yeah.
And they had the same cushion covers that I've done in the galley, and they had the same type of lamp.
Yeah.
And similar coloured blinds behind.
They must take tips from your videos.
The film was made in 2015, and I didn't do the kitchen until last year. And I hadn't seen the film.
You can't claim bragging rights for that.
So I mean, I can't say I copied James Bond because I only saw it today, but I was quite impressed with that particular bit. And then they smashed this whole gorgeous train up. It was horrific.
Yeah, I know. Tied a rope round the baddie's neck and threw a load of beer kegs out, and off he went out the door. But he didn't die. It's always worth putting a bullet in the back of these baddies' heads, isn't it?
Did he not die after a while?
No, he come back and got him later. No.
You'd survive that. Eh?
These Bond baddies, you have to make sure they're dead. Well, that's about it. What else was I going to say? I was going to mention something else.
I was going to mention my circular saw is going to cut a big hole in the roof there.
Yeah.
You can show them that. It's incredible that. I mean,
The sunset on the boat.
No, the split on the roof.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of a crack.
That
was my fault. I mixed the fiberglass up wrong years and years ago when we did it, and it's never set. So we got to cut a hole in it, cut all the layers out, and get all the stickiness out that never went hard, and then we can re-glass it. But you know,
I'm going to do that. I'm going to enjoy the circular saw. There's loads of things I want to take a circular saw to. Loads and loads of things. I'll be like your mother. Your mother had a Dremel. Where's me Dremel gone, Graham?
I had a DIY mother. You know, ever since I was a baby, she'd be hammering and banging and putting shelves up and accumulating more and more tools. And she was quite good at some of the stuff she did. Was actually really good, and other stuff was a disaster. She had a whole wall of shelves full of books one day, and she was in there
held up with no more nails.
She was in there working away on the computer. The whole lot collapsed like the.
I was on the phone to the VAT people.
The Twin Towers.
And they didn't like me anyway because the time I phoned them the week before, Benji was in his little high chair thing, and he used to squeal. Do you remember? Like dead high pitched. And he did this squeal of delight, and the woman at the VAT said, I could have you arrested for assault on my ears. And I said, well, it's a baby who did. She said, that was not a baby. You've just blown a whistle down the phone to hurt my ears. And I said, no, it's Benji. I swear to God. And then
A likely story will come and nick you anyway.
She said, it's all being recorded for security and training purposes. Oh, God. And then the next time I phoned up, I was on the phone and the first shelf went, which made me scream. And then it was like bang, bang, bang. It was like 20 foot of shelves all just laden with your mother's books. Came down, it was like an earthquake, wasn't it?
They seem like they've had a good time. Suntans all round.
Yes, sometimes all round.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tuck into the wine now and catch up on the news. I mean, there was a bit of news today, wasn't there? There were some people up in court, the rioters.
Oh, yes. In tears, apparently, in tears. And pleading mental health. And I know a lot of people have said, oh, they always blame it on mental health. And then there these people are blaming it on mental health. And they were in tears. There was the one guy, apparently, the one who was... I mean, I don't exactly know what was illegal about it, but him and another fella were sort of going, ooh, come on, come on. You know, they were doing a kind of a sarcastic dance, and it was one of them, and apparently he cried. And I've been up in court loads of times.
He must have thrown a rock at least to have got arrested.
Must have done something, I don't know what.
I don't know. But what's the plan? You know, what's the plan, man? What's your objective? You know, if you're a rioter and you're there, what are your objectives and what is the plan? Because there doesn't seem to be one, other than just smash things up and burn things.
I was thinking...
Just be a vandal.
I've been talking to Rhea Snakespeare.
Okay.
And I was thinking of doing a live called how would you fix the country if you were Prime Minister? And then let everybody come up and say, I'd do this, I'd do that. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I think everybody's doing that at the moment, aren't they? They're coming on with their tuppence halfpenny worth.
Well, no, I mean, it's all disjointed, isn't it? It's tweet, 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 or, you know, it's stuff all over the place. But
yeah. And
discuss these ideas. There might be some brilliant ideas out there. How to fix Britain. What would you do? You know, that type of thing. What do you think?
Yeah, it could be entertaining.
We could do a live like that.
Could be. Some people might have some entertaining ideas.
They might have some bloody marvellous ideas.
You don't know, do you? Until you try it.
You never know who's watching and listening.
That's true. That's certainly true. Anyway, we'll call it a day there. And I'll say good night.
And may your God go with you.
That's the one. Good night.